Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Sagittarius, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast begins with the energy of the full moon still really ricocheting around the heavens, and I think the outcome for you as you come into this week may be a great sense of excitement or a great sense of stress, because balancing the 3rd and 9th houses is something that you can deal with all day long, because you're someone who loves discussion, loves ideas, likes to grapple with the big picture, but because Uranus is in the mix, that could be turning up the frequency of those discussions. Maybe you're wanting to put forward an idea that has a point of principle threaded through it for you. Perhaps it's a legal matter that you're wanting to pursue. But either way, with Uranus so disruptive in the sixth solar house, it could leave you feeling a little bit on edge. And that tension can bring itself into the first part of this week because the sun is still squaring up with Uranus. So the best way to deal with this is narrow your focus. Don't try to spin too many plates, and the things that are important to you, work your way through them in a systematic and thorough way. But on Tuesday, Mercury, which has been either in shadow or in retrograde since the 12th of December, finally emerges from the post-retrograde shadow and then forges a very compelling conjunction with Pluto towards the end of the week before making its way into the sign of Aquarius. So if you have felt that it's been, a little bit of a battle around a financial part of your situation, we're all dealing with lots of changes in this arena, and if this has really kept you on your toes, like it has many of us, I feel the great thing about Mercury moving into Aquarius is that you will likely get everything tied down the best you possibly can within your circumstances, and then Mercury in Aquarius can help you to get on the front foot about doing the things that actually are engaging and exciting, and most of all for you, interesting. But Venus does actually forge a pretty good link with Uranus this week. Venus in the part of your horoscope to do with home. So if there is a scheme you've got to try to create more space or to redecorate or move furniture around, just be a bit more fluid around the home environment, I think it can go really well for you.